From WFSB, this is Sports Sunday. Now, here's Elliot Polikoff.
Welcome to Sports Sunday. I'm Elliot Polikoff. We've got a lot to get to tonight. The Hartford Athletic are looking for a new head coach. The Wolfpack continue to stay red hot, but we're going to start things off with the undefeated New England Patriots taking on a very confident Cleveland Browns team this afternoon. Prior to this game, Browns wide receiver Jarvis Landry said, quote, "We're going to win. It's just that simple. We're going to win," end quote. Jarvis, word of advice. Given the Pats bulletin board material, not a great move. This Pats team is 7-0 for a reason. Bill Belichick trying to win his 300th game as a head coach and getting a little help early on from, you guessed it, his defense. Donta Hightower recovering the fumble, taking it 26 yards the other way. At this point, you're surprised that the Pats team doesn't score in a game, 10-0 New England. Late first quarter, after the Patriots forced another turnover, Tom Brady and Julian Edelman hooking up for the 8-yard score, 17-0 Pats. But give Cleveland a little credit. They battled back to make it a one-score game, but the Browns had no answer for Brady and Edelman. Again, the dynamic duo connects, 24-10 Patriots. Fast forward to midway through the fourth quarter, Browns down 17. They need points fast. 4th and 16, and this ain't gonna get you any points, Cleveland. The Patriots defense just too strong in this one. New England moves to 8-0 with a 27-13 win. Belichick wins his 300th game, but of course, you wouldn't know it from his comments post-game.
It's good to beat Cleveland. It's good to beat anybody. It's a tough league to win in. So, proud of what the guys did. Proud of what this team accomplished today. And but we got bigger goals ahead. And we know the Ravens are going to be tough next week. I don't care about this game or what I did or what anybody else did. So, we're going to have to turn the page quickly and move on to Baltimore.
Best coach of all time, and it's a privilege to play for him. For as many years as I have, he's taught me so much. It's his first year as my first year, and it's been a great journey.
Patriots in Baltimore next Sunday night. October can't end soon enough for the New York Giants. No matter how hard the G-men try, they just can't quite get over the hump and get back in the win column. New York trying to snap a 3-game skid against the Lions. Mid-first quarter, no score. Daniel Jones under pressure. That causes the fumble. Devon Kennard picks it up for the Lions, and he returns it 13 yards to the house. Giants fans thinking, here we go again. And Daniel Jones may be thinking that as well with the look on his face right there. Giants down 14 early in the second quarter before things finally start to get a little bit better. Jones going through the air, throwing the jump ball up for Darius Slayton. And Slayton tucks his way in the end zone, 7-point ball game. And if it works once, you might as well do it again. Another pitch and catch with Jones going to Slayton, 28 yards out this time, 14-13 after the extra point was no good. After Detroit pushed the lead back up to double digits, Jones firing a bullet to his security blanket. Evan Ingram, 2-point conversion, no good, so Lions still up 5. And the Giants just could never quite get over the hump in this one. A little trickeration by Detroit wraps this one up. Matthew Stafford with a deep ball to Kenny Golladay. Giants fall 31-26, and their miserable October finally comes to an end. The G-men back in action next Monday night against the Cowboys. And speaking of Dallas, it's become pretty clear at this point that the Jets' win over the Cowboys in Week 6 was a tease and not a sign of things to come. That being said, the Jets' schedule the rest of the way pretty easy. Only 2 games left entering the day against teams with a winning record this year. And I gotta admit, this is pretty hilarious. The Jacksonville Jaguar coming out in a ghost costume after Sam Darnold said he saw a ghost last week against the Patriots. The Jets defense maybe seeing ghost early on against the Jags. Jacksonville quickly takes a 6-0 lead, but Darnold and the Jets respond. Nice pitch and catch with Ryan Griffin. Griffin does a lot of damage after the catch, going 24 yards to pay dirt. 7-6 Jets after the extra point. But then New York's offense went ice cold. Fast forward to the fourth quarter, 22-7, Jacksonville on top. Darnold flushed out of the pocket. Nice ball to Ryan Griffin, 22-15 after the 2-point conversion was successful. But just like the Giants, the Jets can never quite get over the hump. Gardner Minshew, a big reason why, keeping this play alive and finding DJ Chark in the corner of the end zone for the backbreaker. Jets fall 29-15, but they've got a good chance for a win next week against Miami. Taking a quick look at some other big games around the league, there's only one other undefeated team in the NFL besides the New England Patriots. That's the San Francisco 49ers, and they looked pretty impressive today. Tevin Coleman with 4 total touchdowns as the Niners win big over Carolina, 51-13. Colts and Broncos played in one of the ugliest games you'll ever see, but it had a fun finish. Denver up pretty much the whole game, can't get the first down to run out the clock, and Adam Vinatieri makes them pay from 51 yards out. Colts win 15-13. Some more late game drama out in Chicago. Bears down 1 in the final seconds against the Chargers. Eddie Pinheiro on for the game-winning kick, but it's wide left. I apologize, Chicago fans, for having to witness yet another special teams meltdown. Chargers escape with the 17-16 win. It is starting to get down to crunch time in the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs. 8 drivers currently left in the chase, but that field will soon be cut in half with the title race in Miami just 3 weeks away. Martinsville, the first of 3 races, factored in for the final 8 drivers. Denny Hamlin on the pole for the first day to 500. Lap 361, caution comes out as Kyle Busch gets into Eric Almirola. In the end, Martin Truex Jr. wins this race pretty comfortably, booking his spot in the Final 4 in the process. But the real intrigue happened after the race when Middletown, Connecticut native Joey Logano and Denny Hamlin got into it on pit road. Logano not happy with how Hamlin was racing. Gives him a nice aggressive pat on the back right there. Both of these guys currently projected in those Final 4 at this moment, so get your popcorn ready these next few weeks. Switching gears to hockey, the Boston Bruins are picking up right where they left off last season, winning 7 of their first 10 games. The New York Rangers also picking up where they left off. They've got the 3rd fewest points in the NHL. But New York coming off a win their last time out, and they always seem to play a little bit better at the Garden. Rangers up 1-0 in the second period, but here comes Boston. David Pastrnak skating in from the wing, crashes into Henrik Lundqvist. Patrice Bergeron cleans things up for the goal. 1-1 game. And that really opened up the floodgates. Brad Marchand making it 2-1 Bruins less than a minute later, and the Bruins literally beginning to skate circles around the Rangers the rest of the way. They score 7 times, and they win it easily 7-4. Meanwhile, for as bad as the Rangers have been, the Hartford Wolfpack have been that good. They just finished off a sweep of Nutmeg State rival Bridgeport over the weekend, beating the Sound Tigers 2-1 this afternoon in overtime. They now head up to Canada for a 3-game road trip this upcoming week. It was a tough opening year for the Hartford Athletic. They finished with the 3rd worst record in the USL, and their only winning streak in league play came when they won their final 2 games of the season. A day after losing a friendly match against Jamaican side Portmore United, the team announced a change in leadership. Head coach Jimmy Nielsen and the Athletic have agreed to mutually part ways. Athletic Chairman and CEO Bruce Mandel said in a statement, quote, "We would like to thank Jimmy for his contributions to our organization and all his efforts in launching our club in its inaugural season," end quote. The team says it will begin an immediate international search for a replacement. Still a lot more to come on this edition of Sports Sunday. Some big-time performances from Week 7 of FNF. Who's making a push towards the postseason in the Nutmeg State? We'll take a look right after the break.